All right, what's up, everyone? I'm Filoki, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a preview for the Week 2 preseason matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. But before we get into that, let's take a little look at an update on the Kenneth Walker situation. As you guys may have seen yesterday, it was said that he had a hernia issue, and speculation began by doctors, by other people, where it's like, hey, it's sports hernia, not good. And supposedly he had a procedure done yesterday, or is having one done like today, but it's not a sports hernia. Pete Carroll, of course, the goddess of not giving the full answer. He'll just completely just continue to be vague forever, I guess. And another thing that he said apparently was that it's not a core muscle injury. So he wouldn't specify, which, I mean, why aren't you specifying? I don't know. But, Mr. Transparent, Mr. Answer the questions completely, really loves not giving us answers. This is kind of annoying, but I guess it's a positive. I mean, we have no idea what it is, so who knows? Pete Carroll could be wrong, and it is a sports hernia. He just doesn't want Kenneth Walker to be out that long, so they're not going to try and repair it. But, if Pete Carroll's right, it's not a sports hernia, but it's a hernia issue. But, what is it? Who knows? I guess we'll just get more updates later on. But right now, we don't really have an answer. We just have yet more confusion, even more. But now let's get into the actual preview between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. And first thing, mentioned in yesterday's video as well, is that the quarterback battle is not going to continue through this game. Geno Smith will be playing, so I guess he'll be putting some more out there for Pete Carroll to see. But Drew Lock, as most people would know, is going to be out with COVID. Unfortunate, because this was a game that he was going to be starting, but I guess we're going to have to watch Geno Smith and Jacob Eason play, which doesn't sound very fun. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is going to be out for the rest of the preseason, so he's going to be out for this game too. Rashad Penny probably isn't going to be playing this game. We're going to see a lot of DJ Dallas and Travis Homer, I would assume. But there are definitely some guys that I am very interested to watch. Now, the offensive line is going to be pretty important to watch earlier on into the game because supposedly last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Bears had a very good game in the pass rush. They had 4 sacks and apparently did very well with the pressures. They got a lot of pressure on the Chiefs. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to watch Chicago Bears preseason football, but they had 4 sacks, and from what I have seen from the media, they did very well in the pass rush. So it'll be important to see what our offensive line can do to kind of hinder that. Can we do better than the Chiefs' offensive line? We've brought in quite a few pieces, and our offensive line did quite solid last week against the Steelers, who I would believe are a very good pass rushing team. They always have like the number 1 pass rush. So, I think we'll do all right on that front. Interestingly enough, the Seattle Seahawks are favorites going into this game. Last time I checked, I think they were at minus 175. Yesterday, before the news that Drew Lock was going to be out, they were minus like 225. So less of a favorite, but we're still favorites going into this game. I'm very surprised, but regardless, we are favorites. And when it comes to the defense, I think that that's where the majority of watching important things is going to happen because God knows Geno Smith is going to make watching the offense as boring as possible. So watching the defense is going to be important. We've got the rookie corners. We've got Tariq Woolen, who apparently is doing very well in practice once again after having a pretty big lapse in judgment Saturday against the Steelers, letting up a wide-open touchdown. He has come back and continued to do well in practice. So hopefully we'll see him come out and do very well against the Chicago Bears, who I'm not going to say is a bad team because we're a bad team too, but they're not that great of a team. So I think that we could see some guys really perform. Obviously, we want to see Coby Bryant come back and do well. He got mossed by George Pickens last week, but he didn't really do too bad other than that singular play. I think we'll see a lot of him at nickel tomorrow, and that'll be an interesting thing to watch because he was making some good tackles. Last week when nobody could make a tackle, it seemed like he was making some solid tackles. He was making some solid plays. So I do want to see Coby Bryant and Tariq Woolen. Those are going to be the main guys I'm focusing on for the corner situation. Sidney Jones will likely be back. He'll probably play a little bit, maybe not too much, but that'll be interesting to see if him playing does better for our corners and our pass coverage in general. And also with Ugo Amadi being traded away for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, we're going to get to probably watch a little bit of Marquise Blair maybe fighting for that third safety spot between, Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams, and whoever else is going to play that safety spot when Jamal Adams goes down into the box. It'll be interesting to see that. I really hope Marquise Blair wins it because I mean, that's the guy that I like the most out of the group of people. Maybe he's not the best, who knows, but I like him as a person, as a player, as just like a name more than what Josh Jones and whoever else is competing. I would like to see Bubba Bolden get some opportunities because I saw him like out there like 10 plays last week. But other than that, the secondary, there's some guys to watch. But by God, the front seven, we got some boys to watch. Boye Mafe, can he continue the absolute tear he was on last week? I really hope he can. That's going to be a name that I think almost everyone's going to be watching. We also have Vi Jones, another guy that had an amazing game last week, did very well. Hopefully he'll continue to do well. Supposedly he's doing very good in practice too. That'll be very fun to watch. Maybe he could potentially fight for a spot to beat out Coby Bryant. I mean, maybe we're having a bit of a linebacker battle here. We also have the defensive line and, of course, the linebackers as well. Can we get some tackling done? I mean, that was something that was not happening last week, and I would like to see tackling be a lot better than it was last week. That was pretty hard to watch. But, I mean, defensive line, I think we already kind of know what we're going to be getting there. Other than Boye Mafe, we know Darrell Taylor is going to be very good, and, I mean, we're going to probably be able to see a little bit of him this week again. Hopefully he'll be able to finish off his sacks because he did have a couple really good rushes. One of them, I think it was Mitch Trubisky, just completely threw him off. The other one, I mean, he just kind of got pushed at the last second. So hopefully we can see Darrell Taylor do well. Hopefully we can see Boye Mafe do well. A guy that I want to watch is Alton Robinson. That's a guy that I've always liked, but we don't see him too much in the regular season. I'm gonna be watching for him whenever he does come out in the preseason. But other than that, man, I mean, we got quite a few young guys to watch. We've got some guys in positions that are kind of open for the taking. Vi Jones, whoever's going to play that third safety spot. Corner's still pretty open too. I mean, there are some fun things to be watching this game. Yeah, but when it comes to like D tackles and stuff, I think we're pretty solidified there. We have a lot of, veterans like Miles Adams and Shelby Harris. And also, Brian Monet, Puna Ford. Like, we have a lot of guys there that we already kind of know what we've got there. But, edge rushers and linebackers and corners and I guess that third safety spot, we've got quite a bit to watch. And when it comes to the offense, I'm going to be honest, I don't really care too much because we're going to have to watch Geno Smith and Jacob Eason. So, regardless, we're probably not going to be having the most, I guess, entertaining game when it comes to the offensive side of the football. Maybe we'll see J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, but are we really going to see much Geno Smith? He throws it past 15 yards like maybe twice a game. And then, dude, honestly, I'm more excited to watch Jacob Eason than I am to watch Geno Smith. But that's just me. When it comes to just the game in general, I think this is a winnable game for us. I think we can take a win in this game against the Chicago Bears. Doesn't matter. Not at all. What really matters is, the Chicago Bears played good defense last week against the Chiefs, holding them to, I believe, 14 points, maybe 16. And they had 4 sacks. They held them to, I think it was like 3 yards per play, which is pretty good for a defense. So hopefully we don't get completely dominated. Hopefully our offense can actually get some yards, get some scoring on. But I guess we'll see because the Bears, they did well last week, and maybe they'll do well this week. If we can do better than the Chiefs, then that gives me a little bit of hope for this season. But, this will be a game where we just get to watch a couple guys. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. And, as fans, we've already lost because we have to watch Geno for half the game. But, hey, we get to watch Boye Mafe. We get to watch the young corners. We get to watch Vi Jones. We get to watch some young guys have a fun time. And that's the fun of preseason. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this preview, what you think about this game. Who are you going to be watching? Do you think we'll actually win the game? Let me know down below in the comments like I said. But with that, that's going to do it for the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a great day.